Okay, guys. So make sure I'm recording. To access the document here, this is the business planning document. If you go into Slack, I just posted the link in there. And this is basically the master copy. So if you want to edit your own copy and type into there, if you're at home or watching online, just go to File, make a copy. And then once you make a copy, you can put your name here, like John's or whoever. I'll put Enrique. Um, and then once you make a copy, now your copy will open up. So now this is my copy. You can see up here, it says Enrique. And then now you can just type here if you want to type. So those of you guys that are here in person, we have these printed out so you could write. Those of you guys at home, you guys can just feel free to type in your answers. Once you type, it might mess with the format a little bit, but it's easy to fix. And then the other tool that we're going to be using today, guys, in Slack, the link is there as well, which is our income and activity calculator. And it looks like this. So if you go in Slack, I posted that as well in the same Slack message. You can click on that, and that's also going to pull up this income and activity calculator. And in order to edit this, you also have to make a copy. So even those of you guys here, I would pull this up either on your phone or on your laptop, if you can. And you'll go to File, make a copy. I'm going to call this Enrique. And then now when I make a copy, now I can play around and edit my own. And then you can save this, right? So this is something you can come back to and play around with and edit. And we'll go through this in a minute. All right, so let's just stop right there. Let's just make sure everybody knows what to do. Those of you guys at home, you guys have access to the document. Any questions on accessing the worksheet and the income and activity calculator? Any questions here, guys? No, not yet. We're going to go through it together. We're just trying to make sure everybody gets set up first. All right, guys, let's kick this thing off then. If everybody's set up, if you don't have any questions, you guys got your document, you guys got the income and activity calculator, then we'll go ahead and kick this thing off. So business planning workshop, guys, for 2026. Let's just kind of set the stage really quick on why we do a business planning workshop. What is the whole point of a business planning workshop, guys? Yes.
So now we're going on what we should be working on to better ourselves in the future and the company.
Correct, right? Yeah, so where it's the basically right, it's the end of the year right now. So this is the time when we start thinking about like, what do we want next year to look like, right? What do we want a 2026 to look like? So in order to understand and to plan out what we want 2026 to look like so we can have the best success in both our business and personal life, we need to do a couple things. We need to reflect first on what happened this year, right? So we can understand what worked, what didn't work, where could I have improved, maybe what challenges did I face, right? We want to take inventory of where we're at till now. And then we want to see how we're going to implement a new plan going forward, right? Maybe it's doubling down on certain things that are working. Maybe it's adding a bunch of new stuff, right? Maybe it's like really a wake-up call, like I got to get my stuff together, right? If I really want to make this business happen. And so for everybody, it's going to look a little bit different, right? But what I understand and what I know, just through life and through business is the quickest way to get somewhere is to have a guide or a roadmap or a plan, right? We can't just wing it in this business. If you wing it, then your results are also going to be winging it as well, right? And so if you want a predictable business that constantly improves, constantly thrives, and you're hitting your goals, you have to have a plan, right? I relate this to like going to the gym, right? Like you can go to the gym and just pick up weights and start lifting weights and just do whatever, but you're not going to be as effective, versus following a training program, right? Or having a coach or having a plan that you follow. On certain days you're doing back or biceps or whatever, right? Those of you guys that go to the gym, and then your meal plan got to come into play, right? And so how does that work? How do all those things fit in? It's the same thing in our business, right? It isn't just like, hey, I want to close 20 deals this year. It's like, okay, where are those deals going to come from? Right? How am I going to generate enough leads? What do I have to do every single week, every single day to make sure I'm on the right path? Right? What are some milestones that I can use to check in throughout the year to make sure that I'm on the right path? Right? And so that's what this business plan is all about. This is your business plan, right? So Shree's is going to look different from John's, is going to look different from Jason's, is going to look different from Patrick's, right? This is an individual business plan, but it's a guide and a roadmap where if you really are honest with this plan, right, and you really, take this seriously, it takes the guesswork out. Now you have clarity over, this is the goal that I want, this is why I want this goal, and this is how I'm going to get to it, right? And then the good thing is once you have clarity, what does that give you guys? What does this clarity give you? Purpose, clear path, next goal. What I'm looking for though is clarity gives me power, right? Clarity gives me power because then it gives me the power to pick and choose if I want to execute this or not, right? But if you're just like, hey, I want to be successful and you have no clue how you're going to get there, you really don't have anything you can choose from, right? So when you have clarity, it gives you the power to be able to choose. And then it's completely up to you if you follow the plan or not, right? Which that's the hard part. Coming up with the plan is easy, right? The hard part is following it, sticking with it. You guys agree?
And I think we also have our quarterly check-ins with you, right? So this is a great document to keep with you because every quarter we're going to be checking in, and you can kind of, you may need to adjust your plan depending on what's happening, within the year.
Exactly, right? So we have our business planning session, and then every quarter we have a quarterly meeting, which will tie into this planning session. So when you're checking in every quarter, you can say, okay, what was my goal? Where should I be at first quarter? If my goal was X, for the whole year, then you could break that down into quarters. You could break it down into months, and then you can see where you're at. And then you can steer the ship, so to say, right? Or navigate the airplane, whatever analogy you want to use, you can make those tweaks and adjustments to get you on track, right? So that's the power, guys. It's not just planning, it's the check-ins that have to come throughout the year to make sure that you follow the plan, right? All right, great. So we set the stage. So let's kick it off, guys. It's pretty simple, but it's powerful, like I said, if you really take it serious. And so I encourage you all to really dive into this and take notes. And so it's going to be a lot of writing, guys. It's going to be a lot of writing, and that's why you guys have your own. So first thing, guys, is write your name on the first cover. I can't tell you how many times we've done this and people don't write their names, and then like I find them just on the desk and I'm like, whose is this? Right? So write your name, write the date, put a smiley face. I don't know. Do what you got to do. Just make sure people know it's yours, right? Yeah, like in high school, you got to write your name on your homework, right? Exactly. Yeah, write your name on the plan. Yeah, just on the front page, it says name at the bottom. There's a spot to put your name. So just write your name and put the date. Sounds simple, but trust me, guys, people miss this all the time. All right, so reflection. We're going to start reflecting, guys. This is going to be some writing right here. I want you guys to now really think about, 2025 as you go into this and just really reflect. I always like to start off with gratitude. What am I most grateful for? What went well in my business, both business and personal? So I think what we'll do, guys, because we have, 2 hours to knock this out. We'll have a lunch break as well. We got lunch coming. But I want to probably go through each page and then we'll do a little bit of sharing as well. Because I think it's also good to not just write, but also put that stuff out there into existence because it makes it more powerful. And you guys, we can all support each other on the different things that, we're going through or the different challenges, or we can all motivate each other as well, right? So we'll do a little bit of sharing. So I'll go to this page and then we'll start writing, right? So what do I feel most grateful for? What went well in 2025, business and personal? Just write down whatever comes to your mind, right? Business and personal. The next question is, what challenges did I face in 2025 and what did I learn from it? And then how do I avoid some of this in 2026, right? So let's start off with the first two questions. Take some time now to start writing. I'll put a couple minutes on the clock and then we'll come back and check in. A little step. Rob, too. All right, guys. Feel free to continue writing if you're still going, but let's do a little bit of sharing, guys. I'd like to hear from you guys on what you guys wrote down. Anybody who's open to sharing. If you don't want to share, that's fine. But if you're open to sharing, definitely it's good to kind of get some feedback from you guys. What do you feel most grateful for? And what went well in 2025 for you in both business and personal? Who would like to go? Mary, talk to me. Sure.
For me, it would be joining DRG real estate because they have a different structure. And since 2006, when I got my license, this is the best job, the best company that I have ever joined. Because everything's already in place. All you have to do is pretty much follow it. Not like with little kids. We follow it and you'll see that result.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's give it up for Mary, guys, for sharing. Appreciate that, Mary. Thank you for saying that. Who else? What do you got, guys? What are you feeling grateful for in 2025? Business or personal? John, talk to me.
Like Mary, I'm grateful for being here. I started at another place when I moved here and it wasn't a good fit. So I'm grateful for you guys. Really grateful that we closed our house.
Right.
And my whole family came together. If you don't know, my wife moved here 2 years before I did, and I stayed back with my son so we could finish high school. But so now we're all together, and that was nice.
Yeah.
And then business wise, the first half of the year was a little rocky, but starting off in a new market, but I'm getting some traction, and so I'm really grateful that things are kind of falling into place.
Let's go. Let's give it up for that, guys. What do you guys got? Who else wants to share? Anybody at home want to share? Got a couple people online. What are you feeling good about? What are you feeling grateful for? Any more
share.
guests? We got a couple. Let's go. Krista, talk to me.
Sorry, hold on, turning on camera. Okay, I guess it's not working right now. I'm grateful for my career and finding a broker really focused on mentorship and challenges I faced. I was laid off from my paralegal position and realized that I had to do a whole career shift to find something that worked for me that I could, be successful at. And I honestly don't know what priorities other than being disciplined and diligent and really giving my all for this new career.
Let's go. Awesome. Let's give it up for Krista. All right. Anybody else? The first question, grateful. What are you feeling grateful about in 2025, business or personal? Talk to me.
I'm just visiting here with my friend Ted. David, I'm very grateful for it. Just all these connections that I made over this last year, including working with Ted now and down in Capitola, being in Santa Cruz, friends and love. Yeah, it's been great this year.
Let's go. Let's give it up for that. Awesome. The next question, guys, who wants to share? Challenges, right? We've all faced challenges in one way or another, right? We're humans, life happens. What challenges did you face in 2025, either business or personal? And what did you learn from it? I think that's the key thing, right? If you go through a challenge, it's fine, right? But what did you learn from that challenge? And maybe what can you do going forward to maybe avoid hitting those challenges again, right? So who would like to share? Don't be afraid. Be vulnerable. This is a safe space right here, all right? No judgment, right? Talk to me.
Challenge when I comes to real estate, you need to call a stranger,
Mhm.
calling a lead. I really had a problem calling somewhere and then letting them know what I'm doing. But with my mentor's help, Jason's help, I could do that. And there was still some objections that I couldn't get through.
Mhm.
But now I think I need to hone my skills to get my lead to talk to me for more than 2 minutes.
There we go. Let's go. Awesome. All right, who else? Who had challenges? Mary, talk to me.
But I want to give everybody a chance.
Yeah, come on, Eric. Just give everybody a chance, guys. Come on.
Okay, now that
Unless everything's just going perfect. Everybody has a perfect life.
I'll go, guys. I'll go. This year's been probably one of the most challenging years for me. My dad got ill, and so just dealing with taking care of my dad, dealing with taking care of my family, not just my own family, but my dad's family as well, his siblings and my grandmother. So it just shows, for me, I'm happy that I have this team to come back to. You know, Enrique would tell me, hey, take some time off. But for me, guys, I enjoy being with you guys. It makes me kind of get my mind off of that other stuff. So I think for me, what I've learned from it though, is I got to protect my energy, right? I can't fix everything. You know, Enrique and I, we have a lot of talks about this because I'm trying to fix everything I can't. I got to really focus on what I can control and really pour into that. And, you know, some things I got to kind of let go. And I think that's a difficult challenge for me, is to let go, because I like to fix things. I like to be in control. So for me, going forward this year, I even wrote it down this year right now. I'm going to really protect my energy and really focus on my family, focus on my team. And, you know, we're going to go ahead and try and crush it this year in 26.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm really grateful for our team here, grateful for my partner. And, you know, again, going back to that gratitude, I think it's important that I like how we start off with that gratitude, because it really primes, you know, this whole meeting, this whole workshop. So.
Awesome. I appreciate you sharing. I'll share something. Challenges. I'll share something. Challenges. I mean, guys, in the real estate business has been tough the last few years, right? Like, let's just call it what it is, right? The economy has been crazy. You know, I've talked about this. I've journaled about this. I sat on this. It's after COVID, we had some of our best years ever, right? I think everybody did, right? Everybody was in the business. It was just easy, right? They were giving away free money. Everybody was buying. And so the challenge that I've had personally when it comes to business is just comparing ourselves to what we did a few years back, right? That's been really a difficult pill to swallow. You know, because when you hit certain milestones, you know, and you hit like your best years ever, and then the following years are just like lower and lower and lower, it hurts, guys, right? Because then you start questioning, man, like, am I not doing a good job? You know, what is, you know, but really, guys, if you look around and just talking to other people, like, everybody's gone through a tough spot, you know, in the last few years. People that have been in the business long enough will see that the last few years have been pretty tricky, you know, where you've had to work way harder just to close the same amount of deals or less deals, right? And so that does put pressure, guys, on us as business owners and the team leaders. Is like, we don't want to fail the team. We want to make sure we're continuing to, you know, bring value. And, you know, and even with the market kind of being up and down, a lot of people got out of the industry. Like, we lost a lot of people on our team that either went to other teams or just got out of real estate completely. You know what I mean? So that's been kind of tough, guys. But I think what I've learned from it is just everything happens for a reason. And I think when you hit these challenges, it forces you to grow. It forces you to adapt. And it's forced us to really take a look at, you know, our systems, our processes, you know, the value that we bring to agents, you know, how we market ourselves, how we onboard people. Like, it's forced us to like just rip our whole business apart and really try to fix all the little pieces, you know what I mean? And little by little, over the last couple of years, like, the momentum has just started building and building again. You know what I mean? And so we kind of like, we did this one where we were really high and then it started going lower. And now I feel like we're going back up little by little, right? And then I also got to remember, like, we've been through this before, right? Like, we've been doing this for 20 plus years. We went through the market crash in, you know, 2008 to 10 or whatever. And like, those things like teach you stuff about yourself. You know what I mean? And so I'm just grateful to be here, guys. I'm grateful to be surrounded by all you guys. I'm grateful to do what we get to do every day, important to you guys. But it's not easy, guys. It's not easy being in our seat either. But we're here. We're going to keep going, right? We're going to keep going.
Yeah, no, I think I agree though. It teaches, you know, when you hit those challenges, you have to level up, right? You definitely have to really, like you said, we unpacked our business, see, you know, where we can improve. And I think as an individual agent, that's why it's great to reflect, is you can look at 25, see what you did well in, and then go ahead and, you know, you can double down on that, see what you didn't do well in, and go to try to fix that.
Yep. 100%. Mary, talk to me.
What I noticed for me, and probably for most of the agents, you know, when we start, it's like pretty much a lot of training, and that's gonna make us a lot better. And also, like, if you don't be afraid to make mistakes, because when you make mistakes, that helps you grow, to see what you did wrong, what you did right, and to take notes to continue growing. And that's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely got to learn from all the mistakes that we make, right? Good stuff, guys. I appreciate you guys sharing. Let's move on to the next set of questions. Okay. So moving on, guys. Top 3 priorities to have a successful business, or you could even put personal in there, guys. It's totally up to you. What are the top 3 priorities to have a successful business in 2026? If you had to boil it just in maybe 3 areas, you know, what do you need to do or what do you need to focus on to have a successful 2026? And then for those of you guys that have, you know, been in the business for a bit and know like where you're at year to date, I want you guys to write your stats for the year. I want you to take inventory, right? How many deals have you closed? How many do you got pending? How many do you have active or coming soon? And then roughly how much income did you earn this past year from your business, right? So we'll just give a couple minutes for that.
Depending,
If you have any deals in,
No, they're in escrow.
yeah, any deals that are in contract.
I'll say the same thing.
You can't just look
I
at it.
know, right?
Cookies.
Thank you, guys.
You guys get to that Google Doc when you were showing. Income calculator.
Calculator.
So if you go to, we have a shortcut link. It's income.realestateprg.com. Income.realestateprg.com. It'll take you to this document. Yeah. And you do have to make a copy if you want to edit it. All right, guys, for those of you who are at our training today. Oh, okay. There might be a video that shows you. It should take you there. Let me. Income.
You guys get it? Yeah, I can text it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can text it. What's your number?
Yeah. So income.realestateprg.com. Yeah, takes you to this page.
Jason. Yeah.
Okay, guys, top 3 priorities. Let's go around the room real quick. Let's have everyone share on this one. We'll just quickly go around the room. We'll start over here. Top 3 priorities to have a successful business 2026.
Eliminate excuses, follow up and get stuff done, and have at least 1 deal done per quarter at the very least.
Let's go. All right, John.
I need to be consistent. I mean, that's pretty much all 3. Consistent follow-up, consistent open houses, and consistent social media.
There we go. Consistency in those. Awesome. Shri, what do you got?
The first one is positive mindset. There's no such thing called good lead or bad lead. I think this year.
Mhm.
Everyone is in great lead.
Yeah.
So the mindset is good, everything is good.
Like
So
that.
that's one thing I want to change. Second thing, concentrate more on listings. I'm going to a lot of appointments. Let's sign them up. 2-3 I'm not still.
Mhm.
At least sign them. And third, put yourself more out in, in the known community, friends, family more, because SOI is getting good.
Yep. Absolutely. Good stuff. David, what you got, bro?
Utilize systems that are put in place by you guys, well, for me, for lending, crack the procrastination, and then stay one-on-one with Jason consistent.
There we go. Awesome. Brendan,
Need a time block my weeks and just stay focused on my goals.
Time
My
block.
biggest challenge is time management, so when I do that, I know usually successful.
all right. How about for yourself?
Working on my relationships, my sphere, past clients, and my new A-list client.
There we go. How about for you, Ted, right?
Finish up my plan. I want to close 107 transactions. And I have 12. I'm going to be done at the end of November. The top 3 priorities.
Yeah, top 3 priorities. Yeah, just top 3 priorities. Yeah. Excellent. How about at home? Those of you guys are at home. Mark, what do you got, brother? Top 3 priorities.
Sorry, I'm counting my commission over here. Top three priorities I put down. One, I want to be more consistent with my follow-up and my CRM and have a cleaner CRM in general. Number two, I want to have several referrals next year, including from past clients or SOI that I generated through my own social media marketing. And then number three, increase my scalability by leveraging my time and working with other agents.
Let's go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Krista, what do you got? Top three priorities.
Top three priorities, posting on social media 3 times a week to get the word out that this is what I'm doing now. You know, hitting my daily call recommendations and going to networking events to, you know, try and get like a consistent client base.
Let's go. Love it. Love it. Matt or Liz, who could share? Okay. If you can't share, guys, it's all good. If you can, just unmute yourself. How about here? Mary, top three priorities.
We will be to continue making phone calls, keeping in touch with everyone who I come across and letting them know that I'm a real estate agent.
Mhm.
That UPS guy that gave me
UPS guy.
somebody here was about to open that door.
Yeah.
I said, oh, you need a signature. I said, I'll sign it. And I said, whenever you're ready to sell, buy, just let me know.
There you go. There you go.
The second one would be clothing transaction, make money at first, and then third one would be continue training, learning as much as possible at real estate.
Awesome. Awesome. Continue learning. Let's go. Love it. Liz, you raised your hand. Talk to me. Top three priorities.
I have a really bad cold. I apologize. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
type in mine, okay?
Okay. No problem.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I hope you feel better. Winona, talk to me. Top three priorities.
Structure, like really creating a schedule, like being relentless about it, especially right now while I'm transitioning. I've got a lot of balls in the air right now. Follow the process that you guys have lined out, the process that I know work, and keep my activity up, get my social media back on track and be consistent with that. And then just ultimately keeping my eyes on the prize. It's a marathon.
Let's go. I like it. I like it. Shatal, talk to me.
Almost 4 weeks of holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get my seller's consultation and home showing so that I get the 0 days.
There we go.
And the third one, I want to do open houses.
Consistent open houses. Excellent. Love it. Patrick, talk to me, bro.
Transactions over 1.3 by Q3. Reach over 300K. And then 3, market myself even more and get more confident with higher end buyers and close the deal over 10 million.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go. I like it.
I can help you do a little.
Marty, talk to me. Top three priorities. Uh-huh.
Shy on that.
Mhm.
And, yeah, also be more disciplined, organize my time. And of course, the training launch.
All right. There you go. You got it. You got this. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Steve, what you got, brother? Top three priorities.
Focus on my database team and maintaining the clients in it. Better follow-up process and automate my business. Get it more structured where I'm not having to do a lot of the social media stuff and things like that. Where it's more automated and then I'm just doing more follow-up.
Let's go. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Liz wrote, follow up with potential clients, assist in open houses, be more active in social media. Top three. Excellent. Good stuff, guys. All right. We're going to move forward to the next page, guys. You guys all wrote your stats down. That's for you. I want you to take inventory of where you're at for the year. Now, this is the fun part, guys. We're going to talk about the goals, right? So this is where we're going to use the calculator. And so the calculator is going to come up with all of this information for you. But I want you to now take it from the calculator and write it down on the sheet, right? Because there's power in you writing stuff down, right? A lot of times when we have like technology and it does all the stuff for you, it's like it comes quick and then you forget it quick, right? Yeah. But then when you take that info and you write it down, it does something, right? It locks it into your brain. for example, like every week when we do our meetings, you guys always see when I post our numbers, like where we at as a team. That's all done like in the software that we have, right? But by me going in the software and I know I have to write it on the sheet that I show you guys, it forces me to take a look at it, to dig deeper, and then transfer that information over. Then you retain it, and then it's a lot more ingrained in you, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up the income and activity calculator, and we're all gonna run through that together, and then you're gonna copy that onto here. And then at the bottom, there's gonna be a question that I want you guys to fill out of why this goal is important to you. So we always want to start off with our income goal and then what it's going to take for us to get there. But at the end, I want to know why that income goal is important to you, right? Because if there's no why attached to it, if you're like, hey, I want to make $1 million. Okay, well, why do you want to make $1 million? Right? Why not 2 million? Why not 500,000, right? What's so significant about $1 million? What is that going to do for you? How is that going to impact your life? Is there something that you've been wanting to do or accomplish in life that income will help you do, right? So when we attach, our income goal to something really meaningful, that's tangible, there's a lot more likelihood that we're going to go after that goal and chase it versus just throwing a random number in the air, right? Okay, so we'll pull up the income and activity calculator. I'm going to walk you guys through
And
this.
they can pull it again, Enrique. They can make a copy of it on their own so they can do this exercise with you.
Correct. So everyone should now pull the calculator up on your own.
It's in Slack. If you guys.
Yeah, it's in Slack.
Make a copy of it.
And so, like I said earlier, it's in Slack. Once you pull it up, you'll go to File, you'll go make a copy, and then put your name on the title of it when it says make a copy. So if I go File, make a copy, it's going to say copy. So right here, I'll put my name. Right. So if this was Mark's, I'll put Mark. Right. And then when I hit make a copy, it'll open up my copy. And the copy is the one you're going to be able to edit. Now, this is your personal calculator that you'll be able to use going forward. Right. So every time you do your goal planning, like you're going to come back to this same calculator here. Okay, I'm going to walk you through how I'm doing this, right? And then you guys, can do it as well. But it's really easy, guys. You only have to enter the first 3 numbers, right?
On the average price.
Yeah.
Should we go off of what our average price was this year or what we want our average price to be?
That's a great question. So we'll talk about that right now. Okay, so income goal, right? When you first put your income goal here, you have to enter this one here, right? That's the only one you got to do. So I want you guys to enter a goal for yourself. What's your goal in 12 months of net income? Remember, this is going off of net income, right? How much do you want to walk away with after broker splits, all that stuff? What do you want to hit your bank account, right? Now, when you're coming up with that goal, like I said, make sure that goal is meaningful, right? I'll give you an example. Like if you know how much it costs for you to live every single month, right? Your bills and all that, take that into account, right? I had a guy that I was talking to on a call. And I'm like, well, hey, what in the next 12 months, what's your income goal? He's like, well, I want to make 250,000, right? I'm like, if you made 250,000, you'd go full-time in real estate. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, have you ever made 250,000? He's like, no. I'm like, what's the most you've ever made? It was about 70. I go, okay, so where did you come up with 250? Oh, that sounds good. All right. You know what I mean? But you see, like that number doesn't mean anything to him. That's just a number he threw out of thin air. And I'm like, well, so you're saying you would only quit your job if you make 250,000, but you only make 70 now. Do you guys see what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, guys? It's too high. That doesn't make sense. I'm like, well, what if we could replace your income, right? What if you could make 70,000 from real estate? Would that make sense for you now to quit your day job and then go full-time in real estate if you were replacing your income? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so you don't just get to 250 overnight, right? Let's maybe set a benchmark at 100. And then year 2, we're going to shoot for 150. Year 3, we're going to shoot for 250, right? And we graduate you there, right? So that's just, I want you guys to think about that when you're throwing numbers. Don't just throw what sounds good. Throw a number that really means something to you. Think about also how much it costs for you to survive, right? Like, I'll give you an example. Like if your bills are 10,000 a month, like I need 10,000 to pay my rent, my car, my kids, my all of this, that just like pays all the bills. Okay, well, that's great. But what if I want to go on a vacation here and there? Okay, if I want to go on a vacation, maybe I need to make 15 grand a month, right? Or 12 grand a month, right? So don't just use the survival number. Use like, know what your number is, and then maybe bump that up. I mean, we all want to do stuff, right? Want to accomplish different things, want to travel, want to save money, want to invest, things like that. So take that number into account as well when you're putting your number, all right? So I'm going to put, let's say 250,000 just as an example. And then the second one here, average sales price. So this is where, if you know, like if you've been closing deals already and you know what your average sales price is, then you can enter that number. Or if you're like, hey, next year, I'm really trying to push to increase my average sales price. Maybe I'm at $1 million now, but I'm trying to push it up to 1.5, then put the 1.5 number there, right? Because then that'll tell you how many deals you got to close based on 1.5 million, right? If you don't know, because you're brand new and maybe you haven't closed anything, just put $1 million, because average around here, you know, is roughly about $1 million, 1.1. Yeah, 1.1 on our team is our average price point for the team, because we do deals everywhere. So $1 million is a good just starting place if you don't know your number. If you know your number, put something in there that's a little more tangible, right? I answer your question, John?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now the other thing right here is your commission split, right? So this is important to put down because this is going to help us calculate the number. Now, there's different splits you can choose from here. And so what I want you to put is choose your average commission split between team leads and SOI, right? So if you're on our team, most of us are doing like some SOI deals and you're also getting leads from the team. You guys get paid more on your SOI. You guys get paid a little bit less on your team leads. So I would put like the average number in there between those two. So like if you're brand new and you're like on tier 1, you're on the, right, you just started, I would use 60%. If you've already done some deals and you're like moving up to tier 2, you can put 65. If you're on tier 3 or higher, put 70. If you're only doing SOI deals, right? Like maybe you guys are only generating your own deals, just put what your commission split is right now, right? But for those of you guys that are on the team, this is going to be your average split between the two lead sources, right? And then, so let's say like I'm a brand new agent, right? I'm just getting started. So I'm doing team leads and SOI. So I'm going to put 60. Okay. So now what this is going to tell me, guys, is if I want to make 250 on $1 million average price point, and I'm averaging about a 60% take home split, that's all you got to fill out. And the rest is going to be calculated for you, right? So average commission rate is 2.5%. That's already plugged in there. If you're doing a higher average, you can bump that up. If not, just leave it at 2.5, right? That's going to give me roughly $25,000 per deal of gross commission. And then I take home about $15,000 after broker splits. Now, these numbers will automatically calculate for you on the bottom. These are the numbers needed to hit your goals. I would need to close 17 deals, 16.5 million roughly. And then it's going to also tell you a range of how many calls you need to make. Now, this is purely off of us kind of knowing how many calls, how many appointments you got to book. I threw in some formulas in there, and this will give you a really good starting point of where you got to be. And so it's going to tell me, like, on average, every week I got to make between 160 to as high as 480 calls. Depends what leads you're calling, right? Like I was talking to Rob about this. If you're just cold calling, like on a dialer, you're going to make a lot more calls. If you're calling like your leads that are in follow-up boss and you're doing a lot of follow-ups, you got to make less because these are people who may know you already.
Like Zillow Flex.
Yeah, or if you're getting Zillow Flex leads, right, where their leads are coming in, you're going to make less calls because these people are ready to be talked to, right? So 160 is the low end, 480 is the high end. Quality conversations per week, right? So out of those calls, you're having about 16 quality conversations, right? Out of those 16 quality conversations, you're booking about 4 appointments out of those. Out of those 4 appointments, half of them show up, right? We got cancels, we got reschedules, we got plans changed. And on average, I got to at least sign up 1 new client per week based off of this, right? So this is the formula right here, guys. If I want to make 250 as a brand new agent, this is like a good starting point of what I need to do every single week, how many appointments I need to book, and what I got to focus on. All right. Okay, so everyone's going to now plug their own numbers in, and then you're going to see what these are, and then now you're going to go into your business planning worksheet, and you're just going to copy over what it told you, right? Your net income. You can write down how many days do you plan to prospect, what your average price is, right? You just copy all of that over. All right, so we're gonna put a few minutes on the clock here. Uh, I wrote,
Can I click on it?
yeah. I wrote between 10 to 30 calls to have a quality conversation. Like our ISAs, they're doing about 30 calls and they have one good conversation. And people don't think about it. If you're following up on call, you're calling less, right? That's why I put a range. Cold calling, like, you guys need help, just raise your hand and we can come. Yeah. Let's go up your laptop and we have the calculator that we're going over. Yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna plug the numbers in the calculator. Once you get all your numbers, you put the link in Slack. Pull up the calculator. You just have to make a copy of it and edit it. No, calculator is only just for this part. Yeah. I just printed it. See if it it's printing correctly. Anybody still working on this one? Yep. Give it another minute. All right, guys, let's do, anybody else need help filling this part out? You good? We're gonna do a little bit of sharing right now. So here's what I want everybody to share. We're gonna go around the room. What your net income goal is. How much volume you must close. How many units you must close. And what your weekly activities look like. So these net income goal. Let's go average sales price too. Let's go.
I didn't print out last time.
It didn't print? Oh, that's because I had it on the wrong printer.
We'll put it on Slack.
No, we're just gonna go around and share right now. Give me one quick second.
Okay.
So now
Thank
just
you.
whatever.
Oh, you can doc it.
All right, Pat.
You started doing it already. Oh.
29 calls per week.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go around the room and just share a little bit, right? Just want you guys to break it down for me. So these four numbers right here that I highlighted, or I'm sorry, not four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll give you an example, right? This is me going. So in 2026, my income goal is 250,000. My average sales price is going to be 1 million. My volume that I'm going to close is 17 million for 17 units. Calls per week, I got to make 180 calls per week. From those 180, I'm going to talk to about 20 people a week, quality conversations. I'm going to set 5 appointments. I'm going to meet with 2 appointments every single week, right? That's what I want you guys to answer, right? Just break those numbers down for me. Net income goal, average sales price, volume, units, calls per week, combos per week, set and met, right? We're just going to go around, rapid fire, right? Who wants to start first? Chris.
So net income goal is 150,000. Average sales price is about 1 million. I need to do about 10 million in volume, which is 10 units. To do that, I need 120 calls a week, 12 conversations, and 3 appointments.
3 appointments set.
3 appointments set per week.
How many met?
And then 2 met.
2 met. There you go, right? And so the reason I want you guys to say these out loud is I just want you to see how easy it is to break down your numbers, right? Like everyone's numbers going to look different. Some of you guys might look similar, but you need to know what your numbers are, right? Because now you can attack your week like that, right? So Chris, like now that you know this, is it clear what you have to do?
I mean,
Right?
I can't get any clearer than that.
Exactly, right? So that's the whole point, right? Now we just got to make sure Chris makes it happen, right? Okay. Break it down for me. You raised your hand next.
It's like
Sorry, hold on.
on the first one, on the calculator.
Somebody help her, guys, if you guys are near her. Bring it down for me.
All right, 650 this year. And my average sales price is going to be 1.5.
Volume close and unit.
Volume closed 25 million. Units closed 17. Calls per week 65. 10 quality calls per week. Appointments set 5. And appointments met 3.
There we go. Let's go. Like it. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go this way.
So net goal is 200,000, and then average is gonna be
Average sales price,
Our sales price is 1 million, and then
volume in units.
volume, units 13, which is it's saying 13.5 million on the volume closed. 13 units closed, 160 calls a week, 16 quality conversations, 4 appointments set per week, and 2 met.
All right, let's go. John, talk to me.
200 grand. Average sales price 1.2. And then, so it'll be 13.5 in volume, 11 units closed, 120 calls a week, 12 quality conversations, 3 set.
There we go. Shri.
Net income is 200 and the average sales price is 1 million. And the volume close should be 12 and the unit should be 13 and the call should be 160. Quality conversations 12 per week. Appointment set 4 and met 2 per week.
Let's go. Guys, this also takes into account that I put in there like a 10% fallout, just FYI, right? So if the numbers don't seem exact, it's because we're accounting like if you get a deal in contract, 10% of them might fall through, right? So there's a little bit of buffer and padding, and it also rounds the numbers up a little bit, right? So you don't have like half of a unit or something, right? David, you ready? Okay. All right, Brendan. Talk to me.
152,000, 2 days per week prospecting, average sales price 1 million. 6%, average commission rate 2.75.
No, volume and just give me volume and units.
9 million, close 9 to 12 units. 12 per week, 120 calls per week. 12 quality conversations, 3 appointments set per week, 2 matter.
Let's go. Awesome. Awesome. Ted, are you ready, Ted? You working on it still?
Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed to say, I had a year here in San Jose, and then I moved over there 24 years ago, and done well, but I closed 126 homes here in 9 months, and I haven't been doing that. And the last couple of months I've been really pissed off at myself because I know how to do it.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to. Anyhow, it's a lot, and I don't want to say it out loud unless you want me to.
Yeah, hey, that's a personal goal for everybody, right? This isn't judgment, or anything. This is just strictly data, right? This is just information. So inspire us, right? I love it.
Yeah. And I've been watching that F1 movie.
That movie, I just bought that movie. It's great. That's how good it is.
And so basically, I'm definitely older than everybody here by 2 probably, and I just want to taste it one more time. So,
all right. So what's the number? What's the number? What's the net income goal? What's the net income goal? 2.5 million net income.
Go.
Let's go.
That'll be my team too. I haven't really have it. Yeah, I have a business partner, but I'm going right back to what I did. You guys don't want to hear this.
Yeah. So we'll
Going back to
just give us the numbers. Just give us the numbers.
Actually, okay, just the numbers.
Net income, average sales price.
Yeah, net income at 3.7.
Okay, 3.7 average sales price.
And, so I have to get a list in a day project.
Okay.
And so when I did it before, it was a lot of buyers, at the time. And but I have my business partner and the people around me. By the way, anybody goes to Capitola, you come to the office.
Okay. For the sake of time, though, we just need the numbers. Everybody has to go.
Go ahead.
We'll come back to you. We'll come back. Megan, talk to me. Okay.
Average sales price is 1 million, and volume close need to be 3,500,000.
Okay.
Units need to be close is 3. Calls per week lowest is 40, highest is 120. And quality conversation is 4. Appointment set is 1, and met is 1.
Okay. Excellent. Let's go. Winona, break it down for me.
Close deals, all the numbers, right?
Just net income, average sales price,
Oh, net income 250, 1.1,
and then volume and units.
and then volumes, 16,500,000, and then, 15 units.
Okay.
And then, the metrics.
Yeah. Calls.
150 per week, 16 phone conversations, 4 appointments set, and 2 messages.
Okay. Excellent. Shatal, talk to me.
Is 150K, and then average sales price is 1 million. Volumes close 10 million, units close 10, calls per week 120, quality conversations 12, appointment set per week 3, and then per week 2.
Let's go. Excellent. Mary, break it down.
So, I got the measure. For my net income, I'm thinking 200K, and then for the average, $1 million.
Okay. Volume and units.
13. Conversations will be 16, and appointments set will be 4, appointments met 2, and then signing 1 per.
Okay. Excellent. Madi.
It can go 200,000. Average sale 1 million. volume close 12, units close 12, about 160 calls per week, about 16 quality conversation, 2 to 3 set appointments, and 1 to 2 regular.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Did anybody else not go? Did we get to everybody? Steve, give me just your net income goal, units closed, because your guys' metrics are look a little bit different.
Yeah, that's right.
Just what's your net income goal in units?
300 and average loan 800, 1%. So total numbers the same to deals closed yearly about 47.
Okay.
And then volume would be 37 mil. Or 440 would be calls per week. And 44 quality calls. Appointment set. 6 met and 2 signed.
Let's go. All right, excellent. Those at home, who could share? Krista, break it down for me.
Income goal 100,000, because once again I'm just starting out and it's better than what I was doing at my last job anyway. Average sale price is $1 million. So total volume would be 6.5 million. That's 7 units, which really isn't a lot. Calls per week 80 to 240. 8 quality conversations per week, 2 appointments per week, 1 that you actually meet.
Let's go. Excellent. If you guys at home, Liz, if you need to write in the chat, write yours in the chat. Mark, do you want to share yours?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I got income goal of 200,000, average sale price of $1 million, volume closed, that's 10,500,000, that's 10 units. Calls per week would be 120 calls per week minimum. Quality conversations 12, 3 appointments set per week, and 2 of them met.
Let's go. Excellent, excellent. Anybody else at home? If you want, just write it in the chat. I don't know if you guys are able to talk right now. Anybody else not go? Patrick, did you go? Or you stepped up? Is yours done? Okay, just break yours down real quick. I want to know income goal, average sales price, okay, units and volume, and then calls, appointments, set, met, that last little part. 120 calls a week. How many quality conversations? How many set and how many met? Okay, excellent. Guys, what I really want you guys to take away, right, from this, thank you everybody for sharing. Number 1 is no judgment, right? Like these are your goals, right? Like we said, like everyone's goal is different. And so don't be afraid to say your goal, whether you're just starting out, whether you're seasoned, whether you're looking to climb up, whatever that might be, like that's your goal, right? There's nothing wrong with that. We got to start somewhere. But you should have a goal. That's the whole point, right? You shouldn't just aim blindly and like, hey, let's just work. And what's the target, right? How do you keep score? But we're like, what I really want you guys to focus on is this bottom part right here, right? Now that you know what you need to do, you can break it down to the simplest of numbers, right? So some of you guys like to focus on calls. Some of you guys like to focus on appointments set. Some of you guys want to focus on appointments met. It's totally up to you which metric you want to focus on. If you just lock in on one of those, right, everything else naturally will fall in place, right? The math will start mathing. So if you're like, hey, I want to just make my life easy, I just need to focus on meeting with 2 people every week, right? That's one way to look at it, right? I need to make sure I meet with 2 people, right? Or I need to make sure I at least set 4 appointments because out of those 4, 2 will show up. So I just got to focus on appointments. Or if I know myself, like if I don't hold myself accountable to calls, I probably won't get the work done, right? Why are you smiling? You know, this is for you guys to also take some inventory, right? Some of you guys need to be held accountable to calls because the appointments don't just magically appear. Some of you guys, like, you have no problem making calls. You're here, you're making calls, but you need to focus on a goal for appointments, right? So this is something where you're going to have to hold yourself accountable to one of these metrics. By a show of hands, who knows themselves and they say, hey, I need to focus on the calls, because if I don't focus on calls, I tend to not get shit done. There we go, right? Who, by a show of hands, who's like, hey, I make calls all the time. Like, that's not the problem. I just need to make sure I'm setting a certain amount of appointments per week, right? Like, I'm prospecting, I'm doing it, right? Okay. Who says like, hey, I'm making calls, I'm booking appointments, but I need to make sure people show up. I need to make sure I at least meet with a certain amount of people every single week, right? So you see how that looked different, right? Everybody, some people, a lot of you guys raised your hand for calls, and then some of you guys were just set and met, right? But I want you to really lock in on that number. So whatever the number is that you need to lock in, I want you to circle that shit, star it, highlight it, do what you got to do, tattoo it on yourself, put it somewhere, right? Put that in your calendar as a reminder, and it just keeps popping up, 160 calls, right? Because that's how you're going to hold yourself accountable to this business, right? It doesn't have to look the same for everyone, but this data, however you want to slice it or dice it, the numbers will math out, right? And so your key is just hold yourself accountable to that number every week. Now, for those of you guys that are doing calls, right? You don't have to make calls every day. For some people, it's better to make calls every day because you get to spread it out. But for some of you guys, you're like, hey, I know myself. I'm not going to do 5 days a week, but I know I'll lock in on 2 days or 3 days. Why do I care if you did it over 5 days or over 3 days? Does that matter to me? Does that matter, Rob? How many days you spread your calls over, as long as you hit your number? Does it matter if you did it in 5 or 3 or 2?
Doesn't really matter. You can spend 1 day, 8 hours, get all your contacts in, same results are gonna happen.
Right? Now, you may burn out. You may not be able to do 8 hours of calls, so you also got to do that, right? And so you want to make sure that your calls are efficient and that you start getting quality. But it's okay if you spread it out over 4 days or over 3 days or over 5 days, right? Pick something that you know you can stick to is the main thing, right? Like, I hate when people start the new year and they never went to the gym, and now all of a sudden they're set a goal to go to the gym 7 days a week. New year, new me, 7 days a week, double days, no carbs completely. You do that for like a week, and then the next week you fall off and you're eating a burrito and you didn't go at all, right? Like, come on, like, don't do that to yourself, right? Who's done that before? You're not, so got a bunch of liars in the room. But be realistic, right? Because life is happening while we're trying to make this happen. That's the main thing, right? Stuff's going to come up. You're going to get sick. You're going to travel. Your kids are going to get sick. Your kids are going to be off school if you have kids, right? A pipe's going to burst at your, I don't know, something's going to happen, right? Things are going to happen, right? You're going to get a flat tire or your car's going to break down. Life happens, right? And so don't put yourself in a situation or in a goal that you just honestly can't stick to, right? I'd rather you guys be realistic and crush that goal than to like set this crazy old goal that's so far out of reach that you do it for 2 weeks and then after that you fall off, right?
You can even start slowly, start building up.
Yeah, you start building up, right? So keep that in mind, guys. We've done this long enough where we've seen it, right? Like, we've seen it happen. Everyone comes guns a-blazing January 1st. And then I'm like, where are you at? It's January 15th. You haven't seen you, right? Yeah, talk to me, Rob.
So there's certain aspects in real estate that are mind blowing. There's things that if I knew that, right, it would change the trajectory of my business. And one of those things is knowing the numbers. When I learned about numbers, like maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, I found out that sales is no longer an emotional business, right? It's a predictable business. It all comes down to numbers. I don't care if you're selling tech. I don't care if you're selling pharmaceutical. If you have to do with anything with sales and you know your numbers, the end result becomes predictable, right? So when I learned about numbers many years ago, to me, this was an aha moment for me, right? Because now it took all the feelings away, right? Is the guesswork away. And being an entrepreneur and being in sales is very, very scary when you're walking into the unknown. I don't know what I'm getting paid. I don't know what's going on. But there's a concept in order for this to work is control what you can control. And these are the controllables. right? Is waking up, putting on our shoes, jumping on the phone, making these phone calls, and looking at metrics on a daily basis and just breaking it down to its basic. Did I have a good day or did I have a bad day? Right? Now, knowing these numbers now, guys, takes away any sort of excuses of failing in business. It takes any excuses away from not succeeding in sales. So this here should be the genie that just came out of the bottle. There's no more putting it back, right? So now, if you take these numbers serious and run the numbers the way they should be ran, right, which is the way Kike said it, right? You now know on a daily basis if you're on track or off track, right? It's in black and white in regards to how many contacts need to be made, how many dials need to be made in order to get the X results. Now, again, there's still a faith part to sales, right? But there's a big part of it is the controllables that we can do, right? If we're not making our calls, we're not making our dials, we know what the end result is. Probably not that great, right? But this is a guide. So use this guide. Once you determine the numbers, make sure that you end up following through and kind of looking at this on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, just to make sure that you're on track. And if you're not on track, then we're going to have to rerun the numbers again, but you're creating just more workload for yourself. Yeah. So it makes more sense just to stay on top of it from a daily point of view. And because they become easy. There's a saying that I have, right? There's a saying that we have, right? It's how do you eat an elephant? Just one bite at a time, right? So if you look at the end goal that I think you said $2.5 million that you want to make, which is awesome, right? If you look at the big elephant of, oh my God, it's $2.5 million, and you break that up into small little bites, it starts to become bearable. You now can say, okay, you know what? I can do that. That's not as scary. And if you do these small action items, it'll get you to the big action. You'll eventually eat the elephant at the end of the day.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's give it up for that, guys. With them. Love it. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Who's hungry? Who wants to eat an elephant? Let's go. The numbers don't lie, guys. Okay. We're gonna do one quick sharing, guys, and we'll take a break for lunch, then we'll come back and wrap up. All right. We're almost done, guys. So what I want to know now, right? You guys all wrote down your numbers, is why is this important to me? Right? So we're gonna go quickly around the room. Why is it important that you hit that goal? Right? Why is that important for me? What will happen in my life? This was the last question on that page, right? If I hit that goal, is it something tangible? Like, hey, I want to buy a house, or I want to do this, right? Or is it something intangible, right? Maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's, accomplishment, something like that. But just quickly around the room, I'm just going to point to you and you tell me, why is that number important to you, right? Whatever your net income goal is, what does it mean in your life, right? So I'm just going to go around the room. Don't worry, bro.
I picked the wrong seat.
All right, how about this? I'll start on this side.
I wrote down the wrong thing. It's just, it's basically a real metric to aspire to get to. So it may be buying another house or maybe a condo.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you want to invest in another property. Awesome, awesome. John, talk to me.
I'll cover the entire nut and have money left over, and then everything my wife makes is extra.
Let's go. Let's go. Moving up in the finances, right? Shri, talk to me. What does it mean, man? What's that number? Why that number?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a pursuit of happiness feeling that you achieve your goal. Like
Okay.
you did it.
Okay. What are you gonna do with the money though?
Travel.
All right. All right. This is why I'm gonna challenge Shri. Shri, you did it, bro. You already did it. You feeling different?
Yes, it's writing one thing is writing is one thing, and when you really achieve that feeling is completely different.
Yeah.
Suddenly you don't see money at that time. That feeling you get inside, like you did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. 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 I'm messing with you, man. David.
The previous number makes it okay, but the new number will be much better. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Makes it better.
Okay. Brendan, what does it mean, man, if you hit that number?
My student loan debt's paid off.
There we go. I like that, right? That's tangible, right? It's like, hey, dude, I gotta pay this debt off, right? I like it. Okay. How about for yourself? Let's go. 8 weeks of vacation. So let me give you guys a little secret. In this formula, I factored in 4 weeks off. I spread this out only over 48 weeks versus 52. So I'm factoring in you're taking 4 weeks of vacation off for these numbers, right? Now, if you want to take 8, right, even better, right? There we go, right? How about for yourself? What does the number mean to you?
Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but I want to feel that feeling again.
You want to feel that feeling?
It's a huge family. I'm from Santa Maria, little town downtown, and I want to help a lot of them that are having a tough time.
Yep.
And a few people here.
Let's
People
go.
ask me sometimes, what if you got the lotto? I said, shit, I'd give it away within a month.
Yeah.
I've been so blessed that-
There we go. I love it. Let's give it up for that, guys. Chris, what does it mean, bro?
Another trip to Japan.
Trip to Japan. I want to go to Japan, bro. I was just looking at TikTok yesterday.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It looks cool. It looks cool. Prasant, right? Yeah, you came in a little bit late, but if you hit your goal in the next 12 months, what does it mean?
Probably just means I can provide a better lifestyle for my mom and stuff.
Okay.
And then, just have a little bit of money left over. Like, I'm pretty comfortable as of right now and everything, but I'm mainly doing it for my mom and myself.
There we go. That's a big reason.
Vacation, and I'm cool with that, but yeah, it's mainly for family reasons.
Awesome. Let's go. Megan, talk to me. What does that number mean to you?
This number means I can build the confidence. It's not about getting that number. It means like, yes, I can do this. I can do it more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can invest.
There we go. Let's go. Winona, what does it mean?
I could breathe easier. I got a lot of people that depend on me, and I've been through hell and back the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the comeback.
Let's go.
Foundation of the comeback.
I like it. Let's go. Shatal, what does it mean?
So satisfaction that I have done it for myself.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably buy a car for myself. And I'll visit my family more often, at least twice a year.
Let's go. What kind of car? What kind of car you got your eyes on? A Tesla. Let's go. All right. Let's go. I love it. All right, Mary, talk to me. What does it mean? Whoa, easy.
My hair fly all over. Because I would feel good that I have achieved my goal, and my next goal is to buy the house.
Let's go. All right, Patrick, what does it mean, bro? Let's go. That's it. It's done. What else? Let's go. I love it. Marty, what does it mean?
Okay, for me, I'll be honest, this year I had work. So I've been going through a lot, and so these numbers mean a lot to me because I want to pay off my debts. I want to be free. I want to be independent and want to give my kids the best quality life and be able to travel.
Let's go. That's awesome. You can do it.
Thank you for sharing.
I know. Steve, talk to me. What does it mean, bro? You got enough cars already? You got trucks? What else, bro? What does it mean? You want to travel? Where do you want to go?
All over. There's Bahamas, Paris. I mean, I have big goals next year.
Let's go.
I'm gonna plan on traveling.
All right, my boy wants to travel. Let's go, Ben.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I think I want to definitely hit places I haven't been before.
Yeah.
Europe is one on my list. I forget where those white, beautiful
Oh, like Greece?
Greece.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Villas, yeah. Santorini?
Nice.
Yeah, let's go.
like number
Hey,
one.
that's expensive too.
Yeah.
Except FYI.
You gotta be able to sit on there while I can.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, real quick, guys, online. We got a few people online. What do you got? Mark, what does it mean to you if you hit the goal? Who's free online? Raise your hand. Krista, talk to me. What does it mean?
For me, it means not only being able to like pay my bills and sustain the way I'm living right now, but also start, trying to rebuild my emergency savings and maybe even paying off some of that credit card debt I've accrued over the years, trying to make law work.
Let's go. Awesome. Anybody else online free to share? Just unmute yourself. We pretty much covered everybody, right? Jay, what does it mean if you hit your financial goal?
For me, I was thinking about that. It's, I have, my kids are getting older, so I need to buy cars. Or I gotta give one of the cars, my wife's car, to one of my kids and buy my wife a car. So I think it's cheaper if I buy cars for my kids.
Oh, your wife's gonna want a more expensive car?
Yeah, my wife wants more expensive cars, so I gotta look at, yeah. Luckily, I have friends that work at dealerships that can give me a good deal, but yeah, that's for me in 26 is one of my goals, is to get my I have a 15-year-old that's gonna be driving pretty soon, and then my daughter turns 18 in 2 weeks, so she'll be getting her license, so I gotta get her a car as well.
Let's go. Let's go. Rob, if you hit your financial goal in 2026, whatever goal you have, what does that mean for you and how does that affect your life, man? Is there any?
I think probably what I'm pushing for is I want to travel a lot more. I'm trying to buy back time. That's what I want to do. So I think figuring out how to kind of leverage my business is something that I kind of want to really focus on. Figure out a way to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe, with leveraging my time, it's also going to be traveling. I think my kids are old enough to kind of start traveling a lot now. And I've always wanted my backyard. I've always wanted an amazing, just bomb backyard.
Yeah, fix up the backyard. All right. Amen to that. For me, guys, I want to buy some more investment property. I mean, that's something that's definitely our goal, is to have some more investment properties that create cash flow for us, and then just pour back into my kids as well, right? Like, they're getting older now. They're both in sports. Sports are expensive as well, so I want to be able to do all that stuff and not stress out over how you're going to pay everything. You know what I mean? So it's just spending more quality time with the family and trying to build some long-term assets. So one day we can work just because we want to work, not because we have to work, right? All right.
Let me add.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about this a lot. Do you enjoy what you do?
Oh, I love what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, even
I don't think I'll ever stop working, but I don't want to have to work for money.
Yeah.
How about that, right?
I think that's the thing, because I know we enjoy what we do, and I think that's important. We got to find something that you enjoy doing. But yeah, I think we need to make money to sustain and pay our bills. But,
yeah.
I mean, this is what I love doing this. I love meeting with my agents. I love watching you guys grow. I love watching you guys' challenges. I love when you guys call me at 8:00 at night. We got to solve some stuff. I get excited about that, guys. It's people ask me, like, when am I going to retire? I'm like, I don't, like Enrique said, I don't see myself retired. I see myself doing this. I don't golf. I don't fish. This is what I like to do. Right
Think
now,
of a
I
hobby.
spend time with my kids. But once my kids are eventually going to leave me, right? They go off to college and do their own thing. I'll be stuck with just me and my wife, and be stuck with you guys. Right? We're going to be pouring back into the business. So, yeah, but I want to make sure we understand. We really enjoy doing this, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's give it up for everybody, guys. Thank you all for sharing. All right, so let's we got about 30 minutes because I only planned till 1, but there's still like probably 2 more pages we got to go through. No, there's like 3. Yeah, there's we're not gonna be able to finish this all today. It's a lot. And so what we can do, I just want to see if you guys, we can end now. We could eat and just hang out and just wrap up the meeting, right? And we can continue part 2 of this on another day so that we can actually pour some time, because we still got to go over like lead generation. There's other stuff right here, right? There's a couple more pages. I even want you guys, there's a spot to build out a schedule.
Yeah.
We would probably need one more session to knock this out,
We
right?
do a standard maybe 12-1.
Right. And so, yeah, well, like we could do it at our next Tuesday meeting. We'll just finish the rest of it from 12 to 1 next Tuesday.
Yeah.
But we got lunch. Lunch is hot. We got like 30 more minutes. Why don't we just eat, hang out, spend the last 30 minutes just
And then
networking.
let's
and stuff.
continue this 12-1 next Tuesday.
Yeah. So next Tuesday, for our Tuesday meeting, we'll finish part 2 of the business planning session. So don't lose your document, right? Make sure your name's on it, right? Those of you guys that came, if you want to join online next week, that's fine, right? However we got to do it, we'll make it happen.
But next week it'll be 12-1.
It'll just be 12 to 1. Yeah, we'll knock out the rest in 1 hour. You can, if you guys want to, take some time to fill it out on your own, you can. But if there's questions and stuff, I mean, we want to share and stuff like that, right? Lunch, guys, we got lunch in the conference room. Help yourselves. Thank you all for coming today. Those of you guys at home, guys, you guys are excused. We're going to finish up part 2 of this next Tuesday, 12 to 1.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.